What's going on, Miami fans? Let's celebrate this victory. But first, let's take a look back at my preview video because I predicted a Miami win in this game, and Louisville fans were heated. I mean, let me give you some example comments here. Rip Miami. Or wait, how about this one? This Vanilla Ice wannabe doesn't know shit about Louisville. But where are all of those Louisville fans now? I don't see them. They're nowhere to be found. They disappeared from the live stream, and now they're not here in this post-game reaction video. Miami gets the dub at Hard Rock Stadium 52-27. But before we really dive into the meat of this video, I want to do something right quick. I understand that this is not the season that most Miami fans expected, but can I get a standing ovation for the seniors on this team? Right? I mean, these guys are Miami Hurricanes, and you have to understand that this was the last time that these seniors will suit up in a Miami Hurricanes uniform to play in Hard Rock Stadium. So shout out to all of the seniors on this Miami Hurricanes football team. You guys will be missed. There were some really special players in this class. So let's go ahead and get into this quick post-game reaction video. Keep in mind that we are going to talk about some positives. We'll bring up some negatives. And we'll also discuss some stats from this game. So you guys already know how I like to do it because let's celebrate this victory, right? Let's go ahead and start with the positives for this game. 52 points. We put up 21 points in the first quarter. It's been so long since we've done that. We couldn't even do it against Bethune-Cookman. And Jaron Williams, man, did he shut everybody up. A school record 6 touchdown passes. He had such a good game. He looked locked in. He looked focused. I do want to talk about his stats specifically for this game because he is the quarterback. So 15 of 22, which is a 68.2% completion percentage, 253 yards, and as we already said, 6 touchdown passes. He also rushed for 23 yards. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Coop, 23 yards. For us Miami fans, that's huge for Jaron Williams because there were several times earlier in the season, especially at the beginning of the year, that in those situations he was in, he might have continued to hold on to the ball looking for an open receiver and then tucked it a little too late and took the sack. So it was huge. A couple of those picked up, 1 or 2 of those picked up a first down if I'm not mistaken. So those 23 yards rushing are huge, but he had a really good game. And speaking of touchdowns, what a game for wide receiver Mike Harley. I've been waiting for him to have a game like this. 6 catches, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, for Miami fans, really one of the biggest takeaways from this game is the fact that the offense came out swinging. And the O-line played pretty darn good. I mean, considering what we were working with at the beginning of the season, right? I mean, we were bashing the offensive line. But it's because they weren't getting any better. Over the last 3 weeks, I've seen improvement with this offensive line, and man, does it feel good to say that. Am I saying that we're perfect now because we came out swinging on offense and the O-line looked a little improved? Absolutely not. But are things maybe starting to click a little bit more for this offense? Are we actually getting better? I really hope so. And other than Patchen's penalty towards the end of the game, we played disciplined football today. 5 penalties for just 55 yards. That's big. Now, you know in every football game there are positives and there are negatives. And we don't talk about just the positives here. Even though I like to be the optimistic guy, we got to take a look at the negatives. So what was bad in this game for Miami? What went wrong? I'll tell you the biggest negative for Miami in this football game is the fact that the defense gave up almost 500 yards. Yes, 500 yards. If you really think about it, if the offense hadn't come out swinging like they did and put up 52 points in this game, it could have turned out totally different. Now, overall, the defense did contain Cunningham. I know we're talking about the negatives here, but their run quarterback really didn't show much of anything. He wasn't a threat. But Louisville showed some speed against us in this game. There were so many times that our secondary got left in the dust. Think of it like this. If your offense is not on its A game and your defense gives up 500 yards of offense to the opponent, it's going to be pretty hard in most cases for you to win that football game. And our boy Jimmy Murphy broke the 305 turnover chain. Now, all joking aside, it's not that big of a deal, but he broke it. And I know this might be nitpicking, but there were still a couple of calls on offense that just had me scratching my head, most notably the Wildcat call. When we had DJ in the Wildcat and he handed the ball off to JT. Now, I get it. It's easy to step back now since it wasn't successful and say, why did we do that? But I'm still actually thinking, why did we do that? Because I feel like still at times, I see what he's trying to do, right? You're trying to mix it up a little bit, maybe catch the opponent off guard. But sometimes I don't think we need that gimmick play there or that trick play or whatever you want to call it. Maybe the Wildcats really not considered that, but I don't feel like it was necessary at the time. As I said, if it was successful, we would all be talking a different story here, right? But I still just don't like that call. The two biggest takeaways from this game are going to be the fact that Miami's offense put up 52 points and that Miami's defense gave up almost 500 yards. That's going to be the two things that really I feel like everybody's going to be talking about in this game. And, of course, Jarren Williams' performance. The two biggest takeaways from this game are the fact that Miami's offense put up 52 points and the fact that Miami's defense gave up almost 500 yards. I feel like that's what most people are going to be talking about. And, we can't forget Jarren Williams' performance in this game. Now, I have to say that the spoon is typically for the Miami Hurricanes defense, but man, that Miami offense ate today. They feasted on that Louisville defense. And I do want to give you guys a quick breakdown of the full stats for this game. So you're going to see me glancing over at my monitor over to the side here. First downs in this game, Miami had 21, Louisville had 18. Third down efficiency, Louisville was 5 of 14 and Miami was 5 of 10. Total yards for these two teams. Louisville had 496, Miami 449. Of that 496 yards for Louisville, 328 was passing, 168 was rushing. And for Miami, out of their 449 yards, 252 of that was passing and 197 was rushing. A huge story in this game. Again, we talked about Miami's 5 penalties for 55 yards. I'll take it. I'd say that's some pretty disciplined football. Louisville had 14 penalties for 121 yards. They had, I lost count, like 6 or 7 penalties in the first quarter. That really hurt them a lot. 3 turnovers for Louisville, 0 for Miami. And time of possession, Miami 26-58 and Louisville 33-02. But man, it feels good to be a Miami Hurricanes fan. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't celebrate this victory. I still have people telling me already. I've already seen them in the DMs. Coop, why are you celebrating? Miami's 6-4. We still lost 4 games this season. I get it. Tell me something that I don't already know. We'll nitpick and we'll talk about that stuff. But enjoy this win. Because like I said, Louisville fans were talking some mad trash. Even some fans of other opponents we've played this season were hopping in my stream and talking mad trash, saying there's no way this high-powered Louisville offense is going to just destroy Miami. And again, we talked about the negatives. We talked about the yards and stuff that the defense gave up. But enjoy this win. Listen, I'm happy. Any day that I don't have to eat my score prediction. Now, was I spot on? No, I wasn't. But I predicted a Miami victory, so I'm not eating it. So anytime I don't have to eat my score prediction is a good day. Enjoy this victory, guys. Man, I love my Miami Hurricanes family. You guys are always showing me so much love and support. Thank you for everybody who showed up in the live hangout. We hit like 250, almost 300 viewers in that live stream, and we had a ton of fun. I enjoyed it. And also keep in mind that we have a bye week coming up now. So we'll do a stream or two this week just talking about the state of Miami. Where do we go from here? What's looking good for us? What's not looking so good? And then we got to start preparing for FIU in a couple of weeks. We gotta take care of business in that game too, and finish out this season strong at 8-4 and see what happens. Remember though, guys, we are all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I gotta say it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.